Today's video, we'll be doing a very gentle, delicate, and meaningful craft activity, cutting and pasting a paper mirror. This is a voice-only tutorial, so just listen, relax your mind, and let your hands move with the instructions. No need to look at the screen, no need to write down notes, no need to feel pressured to do it perfectly. Just give yourself some time to create and observe yourself. Before we begin, let's think about the familiar mirror in our lives. It could be a small table mirror, a wall mirror in the bedroom, or a simple handheld mirror. Mirrors reflect images, but they also reflect emotions, states of mind, and even everyday moments. When we look in the mirror, we often see more than just our appearance. Therefore, now prepare your workspace. Choose a flat, well-lit surface where you can sit still for a few minutes without interruption. Take out some colored paper. You should have light gray silver, light blue, or white paper for the mirror surface, brown, light yellow, black, or any color you like for the mirror frame, and a sheet of paper for the background. If you have pure white or metallic paper, you can use it to create a reflective effect. Prepare scissors, glue, and a pencil. Once everything is ready, let's start with the overall shape of the mirror. Hold the paper you'll use for the mirror surface. Use a pencil to draw the shape of the mirror you want. It could be a circle, an oval, a vertical rectangle, or a rectangle with rounded corners. You don't need to draw perfectly straight or precise lines, as each mirror has its own unique character. Once you've drawn, slowly cut along the outline. Cut slowly and evenly, feeling the shape of the mirror gradually emerge under the scissors. After cutting out the mirror surface, place it on a table and observe. This is the centerpiece of the entire artwork. Next, we'll make the frame. Take the colored paper used for the frame, place the cutout mirror surface on top, and use a pencil to trace the outer outline, leaving a consistent gap around. When you place the frame on the mirror, you'll see the image of the mirror clearly appear. Now lightly apply glue to the back of the frame and stick it onto the mirror. Hold gently for a few seconds to allow the glue to adhere firmly. At this point, you have a complete paper mirror in shape. Next, we'll add details to make the mirror look more vibrant and have more depth. Real mirrors usually reflect light, so we can create a reflection effect using paper. Take white or very light-colored paper, cut a small curved piece, and glue it off-center onto one corner of the mirror. This detail symbolizes the light shining on the mirror, preventing it from looking flat and making it more refined. If you want a classic or decorative style, you can add patterns to the mirror frame. Take paper the same color as the frame, or a darker shade. Cut very thin strips of paper in a slightly curved or twisted shape and glue them to the edges of the frame. These details don't need to be elaborate, just enough to evoke a sense of decoration and care. If you prefer a simple style, you can completely skip this step and keep the mirror minimalist. Now observe your mirror as a whole. If you feel the mirror frame is still a bit empty, you can draw a few very faint lines with a pencil to create a sense of shadow or depth. These details. Next, we move on to the background. Take the prepared background paper. The background color can be white cream, light blue, light gray, or any color that evokes tranquility and highlights the mirror. Place the mirror on the background, but don't glue it yet. Move it up, down, left, or right to find the position you find most harmonious. You can place the mirror in the center to create a sense of balance or slight. If you want the collage to tell a more story, you can add some very subtle background details. For example, a faint horizontal line representing the tabletop, or a few faint curves suggesting light in the room. You can also add a few very small details around the mirror, but keep everything minimalist so that the mirror remains the center. Throughout the cutting and gluing process, keep the pace slow. This is a very suitable activity to do when you want to calm your mind. Each piece of paper placed down is a moment you are paying attention to the present, to the movement of your hands and your breath. No need to rush, no need for perfection, just be present. Once all the pieces of paper are glued, set the artwork aside and let the glue dry for a few minutes. While waiting, think about the meaning of a mirror. A mirror is not just for reflection, but also to remind us to look back, observe, and accept ourselves. The paper mirror in front of you also carries that spirit, gentle and tranquil. After the glue has dried, you can pick up the collage, tilting it slightly to feel the layers of paper, the details, and the overall composition. If you wish, you can add a layer of cardboard behind it to make the artwork more stable, or place it in a simple frame to decorate your study corner, workspace, or a quiet space in your home. A paper mirror, though simple, carries. And here you have completed cutting and pasting a paper mirror. The most important thing is not whether this mirror looks like a real one, but the time you spent slowing down, observing, and creating gently. From ordinary pieces of paper, you have created an image that evokes reflection. Thank you for listening and accompanying us to the end of the video. Hopefully this voice-only tutorial brings you a feeling of relaxation, tranquility, and comfort. If you enjoy this kind of slow-paced observational cutting and pasting content, continue to try it with other familiar objects in life. Who knows, from a simple mirror you might find more moments of quiet reflection and inspiration